the one piece of advice you have for someone going through a hard time?
Go right through it. Like, right through it. Feel it, be in it, don't avoid it, go completely in it, feel everything, and then go right through it and get out the other end. Many of these things you don't have a choice. You know, what's that expression? It's how well you walk through the fire, but you walk through it.
Keep going. No matter how hard things are right now. No matter how stuck you feel. No matter how many nights you've spent crying or wishing things were different. No matter how depressed and hopeless you feel. I promise you won't feel like this forever. Keep going.
I feel like you might need to hear this tonight. Life might not look the way it used to look right now. Things might have changed dramatically, maybe even slightly. And it might not look or feel the same. And that might be draining. And that might hurt because you don't understand and you don't know how to cope with the loss of the things that you used to have, but you have things now that are different. And you like them, but you're not really sure how to be happy because there's so much change that has surrounded you. I just want you to know that it's okay. You're moving through a period of your life that is ever changing, and it's bringing you to a new place, and that's not a bad thing. We fight change all the time, but just remember that this feeling of uncertainty in this middle ground is not forever.
I know now that this is how it works. You don't get to keep everyone in your life forever. And there are some people that are just meant to be a sunrise for you, a light to pull you out of the darkness. There are friends, lovers, relationships that are seasonal. No matter how deep of a conversation you had with that person at 2 a.m., no matter how much you shared your heart. Even if you can still draw the lines of their smile like a map of a too familiar road in the back of your mind, there almost always comes a time to move on. A time to let go. And regardless of the letting go, I just wanted you to know that you're always going to feel a bit like home to me. No matter how temporary, it is still beautiful that I got to call so many hearts my home.
One of the hardest things you will ever do is heal alone. And when I say heal alone, what I mean is healing without using other people to fill the void that you feel. To heal without dating people when you know you're not ready. To heal without going out every weekend, to meet someone, to meet other people, to have a good time, to distract yourself, to fill up your schedule with a million things so that you cannot sit in your grief and think about it. Healing on your own will be one of the hardest things you will ever do. It will force you to sit in your grief and feel it. And it is an awful feeling. It's an awful, awful feeling. But it will heal you inside and out. It will heal you. And it's not fair to use other people to fill this space that they can't fill. They can't. It's not fair to do that. It is your work. It is up to you to become whole on your own, because you will never be able to show up truly, authentically in a relationship or a connection with another person until you become whole on your own, or at least are in the process of becoming whole on your own. Heal alone. Heal alone through therapy, journaling, sitting in your pain, self-awareness, affirmations, manifestation, prayer, meditation, exercise, whatever it takes. Do it on your own. And I promise you will reap the rewards.
From now on, let every choice you make be aligned with the vision you have of yourself. Let every path, every opportunity be a stepping stone toward your dreams and aspirations. Embrace each decision with intention and courage, knowing that you are creating the life you desire. Visualize your highest self. Now show up as them.
Because I really like myself. I really like me. You know I have issues. I know my imperfections rear their head often, but they're mine. and they're not dangerous. They are, I know where they're from, and I get to love, you know.
I read a quote recently that said, enjoy being in the process of becoming. And I was like, that's so nice, because I think for people who want to better themselves and make progress in whatever domain that is, you can kind of get too caught up in that, and actually you're not present, and you're not appreciating where you're at. So yeah, enjoy being, well, becoming.
When a problem comes up, one of the best things to say is, all is well, everything is working out for my highest good, and out of this situation, this so-called problem, only good will come, and I am safe. And you know, this is something that's very powerful. All is well, everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this experience, only good will come, and I am safe.
Act like the person you want to become. That's not fake it till you make it, by the way. This is intentional. When you intentionally act like the person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you. But when it comes to manifesting based on science, I want you to think as manifesting as a bridge. Manifesting is a bridge that's made of bricks between you and the thing that you dream about. And what you do when you manifest is you don't manifest where the bridge is going. You manifest the bricks. Visualization is the bricks. And so what I want you to do when you visualize is you're capable of breaking any pattern. You're capable of getting control of your health. You're capable of launching a business. You're capable of making millions of dollars. You're capable of absolutely anything that you put your mind to. Because I do believe that people who put in the work get rewarded.
If you didn't make it in your 20s, you can make it in your 30s. And if you didn't make it in your 30s, you can make it in your 40s. And if you didn't make it in your 40s, you can make it in your 50s. And just remember Grandma Moses. She was a painter. And she didn't start painting until, I think, in her 80s. And one of the most prolific painters.
Never too late.
Never too late.
Never
So have fun. That's what it's all about.
What's your favorite quote?
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
You got something
That's kind of
you complaining about and you're not changing it. Could be your relationships, your body, your health, your job. You're choosing it.
How do you accept when you don't want to? How do you let go when you just want to hold on?
So the first thing is that most of the time, the only things you lose are what was built for a person you no longer are. And as you continue to grow, things are going to naturally fall away from you. That is a part of life. That is a part of being human. And it's supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to be easy to let go of things you love or that you wanted. But it's also an important thing to make yourself endure and process. Because if you don't, you become suffocated beneath, all of the things that you've probably outgrown or are no longer in alignment. And then the life inside of you that wants to be lived also gets suffocated beneath it. So that's first of all, that it's not supposed to be easy to unwind yourself from the things you love. It's always going to be painful, and it's not about getting to a place where it's not painful, but being willing to endure that pain and have resilience through that. And resilience, by the way, is not, I don't feel anything. It's that I can go to the depths of this feeling and process it, and I'm going to come on the other side, and I'm going to be okay.
From now on, let every choice you make be aligned with the vision you have of yourself.
There's this quote that I remind myself of because it's helped me so much when I remember it. If a flower doesn't bloom, do you blame the flower or do you blame its environment? Right? So imagine if this plant didn't bloom, are you going to blame the plant and check the plant, or are you going to check the soil? Are you going to check the light? Are you going to check the air around it, the humidity? Because that's the reason why the plant grows, right? So we are that flower, right? But if we're not growing or we're not sprouting or blooming the right way, what is your environment?
Just a reminder, no one prepared you for what you were going to go through. There was no way you could have been prepared. And you still handled it with grace. And you still did the best that you could. And that is enough. You survived 100% of your worst days and you are still here. I don't care if you are low right now. I don't care where on that spectrum you are at. You are still here. After all of that, I'm so proud of you. If no one's told you lately, I'm so proud of you.